What was that moment like to have that with the team, with your wife and your kids there?
Oh, it was incredible. You know, it's not many moments are bigger in life than celebrating the birth or potential birth of a child. So to share that with the family here, the football family, was really special.
I know, like, when you took the job, you talked about kind of the opportunity to build relationships with the younger players. What's that been like the last couple months?
It's been really good. You know, obviously since before I got here, there's been more time, and there's been more time to develop those relationships, and I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, this level was new for me, but at the end of the day, coaching players comes down to coaching people, so that part has been really fun and the same. Just getting to know the people involved, and they're just a little bit younger at their stage in their life, but it's been really great to get to know these guys and coaching staff.
I would assume improving the sack numbers from last year is a major goal for you. What have you seen in camp that makes you think you guys can take a step forward?
A hungry, tenacious group up front, first and foremost, and rushing the passer takes that before you can get into any technique or scheme. And all those guys up front have that mindset, so we'll have a chance to have success this year. And pass rush production is not just sack numbers. At the end of the day, it really is affecting the quarterback. So if we're doing that, we're doing our job.
You got two different kind of guys. With Seth, more of a speed guy, and then Gabe, a power rusher. How do they complement each other?
Yeah, they complement each other. I think, they are, because they have different skill sets, tackles won't be able to just identify one type of player in the course of a game. And, as those guys move around and potentially flip sides, they're going to be getting different pitches and different skill sets and body types, which I think creates a challenge for those guys.
What's been the process like to get him kind of back to speed after his injury last
Yeah, any guy returning to play is just kind of building him slow. He's a very high football IQ guy, so as his body is getting back into shape and that meets, his sharp mental makeup, once those two things happen, he'll be able to pick up where he left off last year, but he's just still getting a feel and feeling his way back right now.
Brett mentioned Alec kind of standing out early. What have you seen from him so far?
Yeah, Alex had a great start to camp. He he's a talented player. He showed great flashes before in games and practice in the spring. He had a really good spring. His area of focus coming into this fall camp was to minimize mistakes, and so for him, and he really has made a pointed effort to do that, and that's a testament to him and his approach to this fall camp to have cut those more than in half.
What stands out to you about Gabe other than his body being a big kid?
Mentality. He's got a wrestler's mentality. He loves contact. He loves competition, and he just wants to go out there and brawl.
What's Seth? What's his next step as a player?
Seth's next step would be consistent technique. He's so gifted as a player, and sometimes guys with incredible gifts like he has can get away with not having perfect technique. But when you marry great technique with great skill, then you have a chance for increased success. And I would say that's his focus right now.
Charlie, I wanted to ask you, because you guys ask so much out of that weak side backer,
Yeah.
I know there's sometimes working with you, so what's it like to kind of work with Andy and communicate, how you want to work with his guys, kind of like in his room in that regard?
Yeah.
Just because you asked that player to do so much.
Yeah. No, it's been awesome. Coach Boo is a great coach, person. First of all, he has a wealth of knowledge. He's been at this game for a long time, so I've enjoyed talking to him and learning from him. And the great thing about this defense is a lot of different guys can do a bunch of different jobs. So crossover really isn't an issue at any position overall, but especially as it pertains to his guys working with my guys, it's really been good. And in terms of mindset, mentality, all those inside backers share the same mentality as the guys up front, really in the whole front seven. They're tenacious guys, competitive guys, and they're intentional with their work. So that part makes it easy and fun.
Lane Jenkins, can you tell the story about recruiting him and what he brings to your group?
Yeah, Lane, it's interesting, recruiting transfer portal guys. We recruited him, I think that was in May or early June. So that was interesting. You don't know those guys as long as you know high school guys. So that part was interesting. But once we got him here, it's just been getting him up to speed, and he's just he has a unique skill set. He's long, and he's got some good pass rush traits. So looking forward to have a chance to develop in those.
Coach Bielema also mentioned Mason Moragan as an impressive freshman. Where's he at in his development? Is he the kind of kid that's going to play early, or?
Don't know about that yet. There's a lot of fall camp left, but for starters, he's a guy that just does things right. And there is a place in a defense or at any position in football for guys that just do their job the right way. And Mason does that. He's smart. He's a quick learner. So as his traits are developing, his mindset and how he handles his business and how intentional he is will give him as good a shot as he could have.
The depth kind of stands out in that room. How do you manage that as far as snaps? Do you try to find snaps for everybody? Or?
It can be challenging, but that's a coach's job, in my opinion. If someone earns the standard of play and they earn that right to play, it's my job as a coach to get them in the game. Those things usually iron themselves out. We got a lot of fall camp left, and until then, it's just iron sharpening iron, and they're all just competing every day.
What did you see from Jared? I know he's been banged up a little bit. What did you see from him in the spring, and what do you hope he can build on?
Incredible athleticism. He's really athletic. Very twitchy, very quick, and as he continues to grow and put on size, he's not as big as Gabe, so his game's a little different at this point. But he's a very gifted player, and so he just needs time on task playing the position, and as those reps add up and meet his skill set, he's got a chance to be really effective as a pass rusher.
How's Trey building off his spring?
Trey's doing good. He's doing good, yeah. And one thing about Trey, that guy is tough as nails. So wherever he's at in his development, getting a feel for the game, the position, the techniques, he is always going to be physical, and you can't coach that. So that part's awesome.
Seth brought up superpowers.
Yeah.
Everybody's got them. What's the origin story kind of behind that idea?
I guess I don't know. I truly don't know the origin. It's just something we said in Arizona. It's kind of a catchy phrase. And the guys kind of can picture it quickly when you say it. And I think they all self-internalize when they hear that word. So we just used it in Arizona, and it kind of got the message across effectively there. So I've brought it here, and the guys like it, and we just keep using it.
I mean, is that like the nickname thing where you can't name your own superpower, or?
Not really, no. It's just thinking of Marvel characters. Each of them have a specific superpower, and I think guys can relate to that, envision that, and it just creates a quick visual for them. And then as they reflect on themselves, okay, what is my gift? Size, length, speed, whatever. Okay, I need to be maximizing that. So hopefully that's what it triggers in their mind, and I think it has, and so we'll stick with it.
So do they like that idea maybe of having a superpower?
They do. Yeah.
Is a big part of this picture that you have guys up front who can collapse the pocket for you? Do you talk to your guys about that? There's going to be quite a few opportunities when quarterbacks get flushed out of the pockets.
Yeah, collapse in the pocket.
Yeah.
And that's pass rush. Everyone's got to do their job, rush a certain way, and you never know when the quarterback may end up on your side. So you have to do your job within your responsibility as a rusher, and just continue to move the pocket towards the quarterback, affect the quarterback. But at the end of the day, rushing, even though there's a man in your way, it's about the quarterback. So everyone has to have hyper awareness of where he's at anyway.